What's going on, guys? Sharpshot here. Hope you guys are having a great day so far. So for today's video, we're going to be looking at 6 things I would add to DBD to make it the most fun and the best possible version of DBD. These 6 things I would add would, in my opinion, make the game way more fun for both sides, killer and survivor. It would increase engagement and interaction within the community, and I think it would put DBD in its most enjoyable state. So yeah, without further ado, let's get right into the video. I think most people have thought of this, but the first thing I would do is actually remove the SBMM and MMR system. If you guys didn't watch the DBD dev Q&A, the developers themselves actually said they like their SBMM system. I won't go into too much detail on why I think SBMM is bad because this video would be like an hour long, but just to summarize it, on the survivor side, your matchmake rating or your rank is determined on whether you escape or not, and on the killer side, your rank is determined by how many kills you get in a trial. And the devs think this is good because they think skill leads to kills or skill leads to escapes, but we've seen countless times in trials that killers can face camp and tunnel for free kills, which doesn't take skill. And on the survivor side, some survivors can hide all game and do nothing and then just slip through the exit gates, and that also doesn't take skill either. So I would definitely remove the SBMM system, and instead I would either revert back to the old system they had beforehand of the rank system, or maybe I would look at other popular competitive games out there like Valorant, CSGO, Fortnite, and I would check which one has a matchmaking system that would fit best with DBD, and maybe I would add that in. Whatever matchmaking system I would add, I would make sure that it creates fairer matches for everybody, but at the same time not taking forever to place you in a perfect match. And I would also make sure that the MMR system itself, when it's grading your performance, is a little more accurate and takes into account your skill more than it does now. So I would put a lot more emphasis on loops and chases and whether you escape those or not for survivors. And on the killer side, maybe how good you are in your chases and your gen patrol, and I would implement that into your rating for killer as well. The second thing I would add, and I think might be kind of controversial, would be a voice chat system. As a solo queue player in most games, I personally love interacting with random people I meet and talking to them on voice chat, and I actually think as a survivor it would help with communication a lot better, and it would make the trials that much easier in solo queue where you lack a lot of information. And I know the killer main's gonna say, well, that's OP, then basically everybody's gonna be in a swift, and I know that would be pretty OP. So maybe balancing the killers around this implementation would be what would be best, or maybe making a voice chat that is fair for the killer as well. So maybe adding proximity chat that the killer can hear and maybe track down survivors easier with, or make it so that the killer can be in the voice chat as well, kind of like what prop night does, but that could lead to a lot of toxicity if the killer can talk to the survivors. So I would make sure that the voice chat would be implemented in a way that it isn't toxic, but I do think being able to communicate with other players on DBD would be really fun. The third thing I would add to DBD would be a ranked and a casual mode. I'm a super competitive person, so I know personally I would play ranked all day every day. I know there are some people that aren't super competitive and would love to just play casual and have fun and try out fun builds without any penalty to their rank. So I think having a division of that would be really cool because it would make the sweats go to the ranked side, and the people that don't really want to deal with that, they could just go to casual. On the ranked side of things, I would actually reveal each player's MMR, and you know after every game how much it went up by or how much it went down by. And I would also link this MMR to a ranking system like the grades that we have right now, and I would also add a top 500 leaderboard for each region for the people that really want to grind. So for example, how in Valorant they have the Radiant rank, and that's like the top 500 players, they could have a rank something like that, so something above Eerie 1 or rank 1. So this would rival the ranked game modes in a bunch of really popular games, because now there would actually be something to grind for in DBD, not just blood points. You'd be able to grind to try and be the best and be at the top rank, and it would actually mean something. And on the casual side of things, I would make it so that it doesn't affect your ranked mode and your rank and your MMR. You still get blood points, you can still complete challenges, but if you don't feel like trying really hard, you can just play casual and have fun. The fourth thing I would add is a new game mode. There are a ton of ideas that the community have come up with for a new game mode, and I know DBD is in the works and is starting to think about adding a new game mode, but I think adding a new game mode would be really fun and it would keep the game really refreshing and new, in my opinion. Some of the ideas that have been thrown around are a 2v8 or a 2v6 mode where there are 2 killers and 6 or 8 survivors on a massive map, and maybe you could combine 2 maps together and they have had to complete 10 generators instead of 5, and it would be really hectic, but I think it would be really fun, and it would be a change of pace of the regular 4v1 that we've always played. Another game mode that might be a lot simpler to add would be where every survivor and killer entering the match would have 10 random perks to choose from to make their build. This would be a really fun build if you're really tired of playing with the meta perks and going up against the meta perks. If you have 10 perks to choose from, this would make the perk pool a lot more varied, and you could come up with some really fun builds on there. The fifth thing I would do is make the events a lot more interactive and a lot more hype. I personally think that the limited time events in DBD are actually pretty stale. For example, at the time of this recording, we're now in the Lunar New Year event, and the events have gone a little more interactive. Right now, you can interact with the red envelope inside of the trial, but other than that, all they do is add the limited time items, and they reskin the lobby in the main menu, and they also give cosmetics, but that's kind of it. I'm not too sure what I would do, but I would make it a little more interactive so that the player base is really excited every time an event comes up, because right now the way it feels like in DBD is like, okay, there's a new event, that's cool, and you just keep playing as if nothing's happening, and that's not what an event should be. An event should be super exciting, everybody's grinding, they're super hyped about the event. So I'm not too sure what I would do to make it more hype, but comment below your ideas and how you think you would make the events more hype. The sixth and final thing I would add into DBD is a tournament system. Rocket League does a fantastic job of this. So basically how it would work is that you would queue up either as a solo or a party of multiple people, and then it would fill out the teams and make random brackets. It would be teams of 5 where you have 4 survivors and 1 killer. You face another team and you play 2 matches against that team. The first match you play a survivor and the other team plays a killer, and then the second match it flips, and whoever would have the most points after those 2 games would move on to the next round. Just to make sure that it wouldn't be too long, you wouldn't be in that tournament forever, there would probably just be 3 rounds where it'd be like the quarterfinals, semifinals, and then the finals. At the end, if you win the tournament, I think it'd be really cool if you got a really nice reward of a ton of blood points and eerie shards, and also having a seasonal tournament charm that you get if you win a tournament in that specific season. Rocket League does this exactly the same but with a title, but instead it would be charms in DBD, and every season there would be a new charm for if you win the tournament, so you could collect charms every season if you win a tournament every season. So overall it would be a little bit kind of like a new game mode. When you're entering to that final game in the finals, you get a little jittery and you get the butterflies in your stomach, so it'd be a little change of pace. I think it'd be really fun. So yeah guys, those are the 6 things I would add to DBD to make it the most fun possible. Let me know what you guys would add to DBD and what ideas you would have to either change or implement into the game to make it the best possible version of DBD. I'd be really curious to see your guys' ideas on that, and maybe if there's a ton of really cool ideas, I'd make a part 2 to this video. So yeah guys, that's been the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like and subscribe if you're new. This has been Sharpshaw, and I will see you guys in the next video.